KBZ. I'm back. I'm here to talk a little. Sorry for the little hiatus. I don't know, bro. Life be life, bro. You get back from vacation, life be life. And also some quick updates. Second channel, we gonna do the... I'm gonna just tell you my little experience about Japan and shit. Hey, listen, I got back. I got some gifts for niggas. I had to start giving that shit away. So I can't do the big ass haul. I'm sorry. Life caught up with me. Niggas was jet lagged a little bit. It is what it is. I'm gonna just tell you about my experience a little bit, and we gonna call it a day. Some of the bullshit I kept for myself. Other than that, let's get into it. Speaking about keeping shit to yourself, apparently, Thugger doesn't know about all that because there's some video footages that's came out that Thugger is snitching out. If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock. It's everywhere. I'm not going to put it in this video, but Thugger, sorry, it was a random fly in here. Thugger has been snitching. Niggas is calling him out. Atlanta don't know what to do about it. Niggas is beefing with niggas. YSL Woody coming out here trying to beef with Thug, all this and that have you. And I just got to look at this, and first of all, Thug, I don't know what you're doing. We thought he was rolling out an album. You and Mariah the Scientist showed up like in whatever game that was, whatever the fuck y'all was doing in matching like outfits or whatever, promoting the album. You was sending like spiders to influencers so they would promote the album or whatever. And we know you the spider, you know, you got the clothing line spider that's out here. So we thinking, oh yeah, you know, you coming out soon. You know, you had the track with Future, Money on Money. And you know, you've been doing this slick little shit on social media. Pretty much, I guess condemning. We're gonna say condemning, right? Yeah, condemning Thugger, pretty well, Thugger. Condemning Gunna about being a snitch and doing all this and doing all that. And we like, cool, whatever, that shit going on or whatever. So now all this footage coming out that you snitching, I ain't gonna lie. Number one, the fact Gunna is running circles around you, Lil Baby, and some of these other niggas, and he allegedly told or whatever, it is what it is. Number two, I know Gunna somewhere smirking and smiling. This nigga has a running club. He ain't thinking about you. Even his last project on the album, I personally thought he might have phoned it in. He didn't phone it in. Gave you a quality project. To review coming on that soon. By the way, as well, another update. The reviews is coming. Life caught up with me. The reviews is coming. Don't worry about that. So, yeah. You know, good project. All of his projects ever since the snitch notion has been put on him, he's been doing his thing. And you can't even drop projects. You fumbled your you leaving jail. Like the hardest buzz you would have had is you leaving jail. And again, you drop money on money with fucking Future. That's great. That's great. You didn't even give us a first day out. Niggas wanted a first day out song. Like we wanted some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Just the cachet you built with your fans. And don't get me wrong, in Atlanta, they still love Thug. We'll see. We'll talk about the snitching thing more. But I feel like you fumbled this, bro. Like, you had the attention on you. Niggas was here looking at you. You should have dropped the project. I understand you just got out. You wanted to see your family. You might have been even a little bit fucked up. We don't know how your financials was or what the fuck was going on or some money you missed out on. I don't know if you was paying lawyer fees for the guys. I don't know exactly what was going on. So again, you could have been fucked up. But even still, this fumble is just crazy. All this footage is coming out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he didn't snitch on this recent RICO allegation. No. Basically, there was a time when it was like Rich Gang. So him, Rich Homie Quan, RIP Rich Homie Quan, and Birdman. So, you know, Thugger and Birdman was super close. I think at one point Birdman was trying to sign him to Cash Money, Young Money, whatever the fuck it was. And basically he was trying to do the barter sex. He looked up to Lil Wayne, yada, yada, yada. They started beefing, going back and forth, yada, yada, yada. So it got to the point that Pee Wee Roscoe, who is Young Thugger's mans, that's his hubby. If you remember, when Young Thug was calling niggas hubbies and wearing dresses and shit like that. If you remember that time, like I do. You know what I'm saying? So, it got to the point, whatever happened, Lil Wayne was on tour. I don't know exactly where he was. I don't know if he was in Atlanta, but basically he was on tour. He finished performing, I believe so. And then Pee Wee Roscoe went to shoot up his tour bus. Now, why am I not saying allegedly? Because it was proven and he was arrested from that he was implicated in that. They were trying to talk to Birdman and Thug about that because they knew about the beef. It was kind of publicized, yada, yada, yada. Both sides had moved on. We seen Wayne and Thug collaborate. We're thinking everything's kumbaya, water under the bridge. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Even if this nigga's associate and Thug did not want no harm to be done to me, I'm like, nigga, that's your associate. That's your mains. I can't fuck with you like that. It's peace, but I personally can't fuck with you like that. So the fact they did songs, I was like, peculiar, but it's not my business. I let that go. Anyways, with that being said, so we get on to right now. So that footage has come out. People are questioning Thug doing all this. Basically went in there and said certain stuff about the situation. So now we got niggas talking about, is he snitching or is he not snitching? And at this point, now listen, as much as we know hip hop is built up off like the hood and gang culture and all this other bullshit, yes, like I always say with the 6ix9ine situation, niggas will look at you away because you did snitch. So yeah, some of that audience is not gonna fuck with you, or they're not gonna think you're as authentic. Even though I say that, and yes, when I say that audience, I am saying some of the hood niggas, but some of that audience is niggas living in suburbia who don't really give a fuck. They just want to be entertained. That's why he's still going to have some fans. Now, some of them suburban kids, they going to act like they banging outside with us folks that grew up in the hood. They're going to be like, yeah, he snitched, he did that. Oh, no, we can't fuck with him, but they not from that cloth. That's why every time I talk about 6ix9ine, I'm like, the people that really got a right to be mad about him is the people that he gave jail time to. Now, if them boys is upset and they want to go do something to him, I'm not saying I condone it, but I can understand because you did get them boys locked up. And also, to benefit your career, you was using them. So, yes, they was getting paid or they got some money off you, but still, you got them locked up. So, yeah, I could see them trying to go do something to you. I'm not condoning it, but it is what it is. Hey, eye for eye, right? But, so then we get into this of Young Thug, clearly a street dude, did this and that, was doing whatever he's doing. So from you to be from that ilk and tell, if you will, it looks away. Now again, do I think he was telling? I don't know. I don't think I'm the one to talk about it. Don't get me wrong, yes, did I grow up in the hood and all that shit, but at the end of the day, I just don't know what this nigga was saying. I will say this, the energy he does have for Gunna after this coming out and having, I guess, and I'm not going to say like, okay, was he in there spinning the cops? No. But maybe there was some shit he shouldn't have said, which he did say, if you will. Now, the energy he has for Gunna and calling him a rat and pillow talking about, well, not pillow talking, but doing these little sneak disses about Gunna and all this other bullshit. When you're on film, Gunna ain't on film to our knowledge. Now, that shit could come out. And you doing all this, big man. Hush the tones. Listen, a lot of these niggas fabricate some shit. All of these niggas, yes, they could be from the environment. They might have not did this shit. Their homeboy could have did this shit and they portraying their life like they the homeboy that was doing this shit. He might be locked up and he just living his life. It's factual. We see this shit, and I'm not here to get on Mr. Rick Ross, but we see that Rick Ross shit and Freeway Rick Ross, who's really doing that shit, and motherfuckers be saying Rick Ross, who was a correctional officer, we're not gonna say he was not, but he took that Rick Ross's story and made it his own origin and bravado. Now, am I going to say Rick Ross was just clean and a square dude? No, he was probably had some shit going on. But, again, some of this shit is fabricated. Some of this shit is fabricated. Now, yes, we got the niggas that's really doing shit like the Pooh Shiesties, the K.A.Vuttons, and people of that ilk. Yes, there is real ones that's really doing some shit. But a lot of those people, like, they get caught up. K.A.Vuttton sadly passed away. Pooh Shiesty in jail for a minute. He coming home soon, but still in jail for Fujiano. I don't even know when that nigga coming home. That's another story for another day. The Kodaks, the YBs, NBA Youngboys, like, we do have the real authentic motherfuckers, but even still, again, some niggas in this game is fake, and that's fine. You giving us the good music, you giving us the slaps, and we don't care. And at some point, I was having this conversation about the whole Lil Durk situation. At some point, if it is true that Durk orchestrated that to get back for the passing of K.A.Vutton, it's like, yes, Durk, I understand you from that cloth, and niggas do that, you want revenge, whatever. You don't want the person that took the life of your man's happy, I understand it. You know, you're upset. We all have emotions. I'm not going to say it's wrong for a nigga to feel a certain type of way or have these emotions. Right? But your actions can be wrong. Durk, you're in a position where you're taking care of your family, your kids, and whoever else that depends on you. You don't need to be doing this. Yeah, you can hate the person. Don't get me wrong. If a person unalive my homie, we ain't got nothing to discuss. We not friends. But for you to go do some shit, that's where your thinking is not catching up with your life. You thinking like you that same street nigga in that environment where you had to do that. And even then, I don't condone people going to take other people's lives. But yeah, in this position you're in, you thought you could just do that shit and get away with it. It was calm. And like I said, as much as I fuck with Durk, when he was on his old peaceful nonsense and he was posting up the ops, I was like, Derek, I don't know what you got going on. I don't know about all this. It was just me. I'm sorry. But hey, I don't know, man. Yeah, I just don't know. We're going to get into all this side stuff that's going on. If I'm Gunna, I'm laughing. Because look, Gunna dropped quality. Got off the label. Has his little run club. Who knows? If I'm Atlantic, I'm signing him. Okay, get off YSL. Just sign with Atlantic. If I'm Atlantic, I'm like, fuck all that. You staying under Atlantic. Fuck all that. That's number one. But even with that being said, it's just crazy. We got niggas like Lil Baby sitting there. I can't, like, y'all know how much I fuck with Lil Baby. I stands for that little nigga. That's crazy as hell. I don't stand for him, but like, you know, I appreciate him as an artist. And I have come here and been disappointed for 2 albums. It's Only Me and this latest one, what's this shit called? Wham! Which, there's a couple songs I like, but even still, I'm sitting here like, what is this? Was Gunna the cheat code? I thought it was Baby. Gunna might be the cheat code. That's really, I just don't know at this point. Nigga, Academics was up till 5 in the morning deciphering all this bullshit. I see Trap Lord Rose deciphering all this. Yo, though, you cannot have this. You out here calling Kid Cudi a snitch. Kid Cudi. Thugger. The audacity of some of these niggas. I want the audacity. And I fuck with Thug. Y'all hear me? Thugger, motherfucker. You hear all that little shit I be doing. But this ain't the best look. The way you had the energy for these niggas. And you gotta commend Academics. He says, hey, a lot of these niggas don't give a fuck if what you snitch all that shit. Niggas want to be entertained and niggas want the slaps. And we can clearly see from Gunna, because I ain't gonna lie, when Gunna came out, I'm like, Alfred, please, I don't know how this gonna go. And niggas might not fuck with him in Atlanta. I'm not saying everybody's just kumbaya with the nigga. But clearly we've seen Gunna still has a career. Sure, maybe he can't associate with some of his peers. Like I said, I missed the Gunna and Baby collabs, Lil Baby collabs. But he's still thriving. And we looking at niggas like Lil Baby like, nigga, what the fuck happened? All your juice is gone, nigga. The fuck? Dirk was still lit. Don't get it fucked up. I like Gunna, but Dirk was still lit. You know, even the Deep Thoughts album, which was it was cool. I wasn't super duper mad at it. Dirk, this situation, Thugger, got out doing this. We gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm curious about, you know, Rollo and fucking Young Thug been going back and forth. Why so what he beefing with niggas? Why so Mondo called out a nigga? Bro, yeah, we gonna be talking about this, man. We gonna be talking about this. And I commend y'all, because I was getting tired of talking about Drake and Kendrick. So, hey, you gave me something else to talk about, which I do appreciate. But we gonna talk about, hey, listen, Dirk said it best. What happened to Virgil, he probably gonna tell. But, Dirk, you might have to go change them lyrics, because allegedly, what happened to Thugger, he probably did tell. We're gonna have them conversations soon, but y'all know, like, subscribe, help your boy out, help your boy grow. You know what it is. You know I'm the kid. You know I talk about itty blue flares. You know, K.A. coming from the colossal messy room. I ain't gonna lie. I got back from Japan. I ain't give a fuck. I've been slick, nigga. I've been slick. Getting back to work, doing my shit. It been 2 weeks, nigga. I guess this is what you call travel depression. But anyways, what y'all think? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign off for today. Black TJ there while they're doing this thing. Hey. Name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, try to hit a little bit more to hear me. I'm gone. Slams on peace, y'all, guys. Aye.